Okay, work for the day is done. Food is on the way. Good day today. Oh, I should probably check on how the channel is doing. I'm getting pretty close to... Ayo! That's right, everyone. The day has arrived. We hit 1,000 subscribers. I am just, wow, 1,000 subscribers. Man, that is so cool to say out loud. To be able to look at my channel and see the progress I've made, this goal that I've accomplished, it puts the biggest smile on my face. I never thought my hobby of making YouTube videos would ever reach this far, to tell you the truth, but I am glad it did. I've thanked you all many times before, but allow me to thank you all again for helping the channel get to this point. Once again, I may be the one who makes the videos, but I wouldn't be here without you all watching them. For this subscriber special, I figured this one would be a bit more laid back. I didn't feel like doing another Q&A video because 1, I did that for my 500 subscriber special, and 2, there are only so many questions that can be asked before it gets stale. I consider doing a live stream, but long story short, I don't have the equipment to live stream efficiently, and I don't want to invest in something that I don't see myself regularly doing outside of any subscriber specials. That, and as an introvert, I'm still in the middle of my 4 months of being to myself since I last socialized, so there's that too. So I figured that given how important of a milestone this is, I would talk about my channel's future. Specifically, whether or not I'll be joining the YouTube Partnership Program, since that is now an option for me, and what my next subscriber goal is. Starting with the Partnership Program, at 1,000 subscribers, along with the other requirements, those being having 2-factor authentication set up, 4,000 watch hours, and no community guideline strikes, the option to join the YouTube Partnership Program, and therefore the option to begin monetizing content, becomes available. The problem with monetizing content on YouTube is that, at least through YouTube and AdSense, monetization is very volatile, especially with the new guidelines that were released regarding how monetization can be affected and how much of a headache that's been for creators already. It just seems like a nightmare. So much of a nightmare that even though I'm fully eligible to apply for it, I'm going to leave the YouTube Partnership Program alone for the time being. On top of the fact that there's a lot of steps to take in order to join to begin with, steps that I would want to wait to take until I'm away from college for the summer, so that way I don't have classwork on top of managing the partnership stuff, it seems like that would just add unnecessary stress to my life. I don't want to go through all of those steps and then begin a cycle of being torn at how my video is deemed ineligible for monetization because the automated system decided to highlight 3 seconds out of a 20+ minute video that kills monetization for the whole thing, which as a result kills its momentum and growth, because despite YouTube claiming demonetization doesn't affect a video's outreach, it absolutely does. And I don't want to submit an appeal for a manual review and then have the manual human reviewer too busy with presumably rubbing one out to give the video a serious watch, so they just skim through it and say that they agree with what the algorithm says in 5 minutes when it's a 20+ minute video. If I do decide to start getting some income through my content on YouTube, I'll use something like Patreon, Ko-fi, take on sponsorships, or something along those lines, if not those 3. I would much rather have a steady stream of income, no matter its size, than an inconsistent income that could not only affect whether I get paid for my work, but whether or not the video does well at all. That, and I don't want to feel restricted in my content. Obviously, I'm not going to become a drunken sailor or show not safe for work content in my videos, but at the same time, I want to feel free when making my videos. I don't want to feel paranoid about whether or not a joke I make or a clip I decide to include in a video might be too risque or bloody for YouTube monetization, for instance. Right now, it seems like joining the partnership program means you have to get used to navigating a minefield when it comes to making your content. And if there are other ways of making money, such as Patreon, Ko-fi, sponsorships, without affecting what I decide to include in my videos, minus the specific ad segment for sponsorships, since I know some sponsors have required themes and or things to say in the ad, then I would much rather take those avenues of monetization. It really says something about how bad the YouTube Partnership Program is if I, as a small content creator who is finally eligible to join the program, is hesitant to do so. This kind of thing is something that small content creators like myself should be excited about. But no, here I am not even wanting to join because of all the stress, restrictions, and headaches that are sure to follow if I do. For anyone who wants an example as to what I mean when I say there's stress, restrictions, and headaches to follow, check out RT Games' video, YouTube is Restricting My Content. Link will be in the description, where he talks about how when the new monetization guidelines went into effect, one of his videos got flagged and age restricted. So he reached out to YouTube to try and get his monetization back and the age restriction removed, only for YouTube to respond by combing through his older videos and demonetizing them as they saw fit rather than fixing the problem that RT Games had to begin with. I'm not about to have part of my income be through YouTube if it can be taken away or otherwise affected that quickly. So no, for the time being at least, I am not going to be joining the YouTube Partnership Program. As for monetizing my content in general, I'm not quite ready for that either. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it in the future. However, this video is not all doom and gloom, because now that I've achieved my 1,000 subscriber goal, I gotta have a new goal, right? And that new goal is 10,000 subscribers. That is my new ultimate goal as of today. It's going to be a long journey, and to be fully honest, I don't know if I'll even reach it. Despite that possibility though, that's what I'm going to be aiming for, and that's what I'm ultimately still going to try and achieve. In the meantime, I'll continue to create more content and have that content evolve as I continue coming up with new video ideas, things to add, and other things of the like. To not only have a platform like YouTube to express my love and analytical thinking for video games, despite all of YouTube's many flaws, but to also have an audience like you who watches these videos that I make. Again, it is truly incredible. Thank you all so much for the amazing support for the channel. With that being said, the road to 10,000 subscribers begins today, January 18th, 2022. Until next time, this is Thunderous Fulf, signing off.